Is Roman Reigns leaving the WWE for Hollywood? Is Roman Reigns going to pull The Rock? SmackDown, whatever was going to be happening or going on tonight, has been completely changed according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters. Vince McMahon, Ryan Satin, it's being said online right now, the original script, Vince McMahon has put a stop to it. He has canceled the script for SmackDown tonight, and the whole show for SmackDown tonight has been rewritten. Now, I would have loved to seen what the original script was before Vince McMahon changed things, because maybe the product, maybe the show would have been actually compelling and good tonight. We know that King's Court will be on SmackDown tonight with Trish Stratus, and I am just dripping sweat over here. I got a fan, I got an AC, but yet I am still sweating, as you can see. The brash and brazen, I will never be mistaken or overtaken. Ladies and gentlemen, I could also tell you this one. WWE is quietly wrapping up the wild card rule. With SmackDown moving to Fox, the WWE realizes that they need all on board. You know, and they're going to need every superstar they can. They want to get ratings. They want to get sponsors. They want to have that merch. They want to sell tickets. They want people to sell out arenas. So that's going on there. I suggest highly that you check out Hulk Hogan opening up about his heat with the Macho Man Randy Savage. We all know that Macho Man Randy Savage, one of the all-time greats. We all know that Hulkamania will live forever. But we all know the dynamic, and we all know the history, and we all know the jealousy that existed with Macho Man Randy Savage. So it's very compelling to see what Hulk Hogan had to say. WWE announces a dream match for SmackDown Live tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is coinciding with Vince McMahon changing the script for tonight's Raw, rewriting the whole show. WWE SmackDown Live show tonight is apparently being rewritten today because Vince McMahon showed up to the building and wanted everything redone. Apparently, the writers came up with something very special. The New Day are covered in gold, so are the OC. Now, those two stables will collide without any build-up or waiting until November Survivor Series event, because you never know if someone could lose a title before Survivor Series rolls around. Now, WWE Champion Kofi Kingston and SmackDown Tag Team Champions Xavier Woods and Big E will team up against the WWE US Champion AJ Styles and the Raw Tag Team Champions Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. It was also announced that Finn Balor will be battling Dolph Ziggler in singles match, so it's good to know that Balor is feeling much better. Perhaps we will see Bray Wyatt get involved in some way. This match could be worth tuning in for, very much worth tuning in for, if you're a fan of professional wrestling. But ladies and gentlemen, Vince McMahon, again, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot reiterate this enough. Vince McMahon has forced complete rewrite of SmackDown tonight. WWE SmackDown will receive some cinematic changes. The look, the demeanor. WWE's been testing out even a higher quality camera gear, so WWE will have a new look. SmackDown will have a new look when it comes to Fox. You're going to get different angles, you're going to get different scenes, kind of like what the WWE does with the WWE Network, so you're going to get a different look with SmackDown Live on Fox. Roman Reigns on troubles cutting WWE promos. Now, we all know that Roman Reigns has come around and he has advanced and he's progressed a long way since he was in WWE several years ago. Seth Rollins is not allowing his medical condition to be released in a very strange state of events. That's something I didn't see happening. Obviously, Finn Balor's all right because he's going to be on SmackDown tonight, but he was originally in a hospital. But ladies and gentlemen, what about Roman Reigns' WWE career? Well, I'll say I've been bitten by the active bug, and the acting bug, the Hollywood bug, says Roman Reigns. But I think what that just happened to be this past year with my health and being pulled away from the ring, I'm always going to have that love, that process that I just explained about being live and as raw as possible. If something happens, you can shake and bake and make it what you need it to be. There's something about having to ad-lib in free range that when it comes down to it, it's live, ain't nobody stopping you now. I'm still in love with that aspect of the business and with that aspect of performing, but I would say there's a future for sure in Hollywood. You don't fall down, you can't do two takes, and that is definitely something to work with. Acting is in a movie is very much different from being a WWE superstar, but nothing can compare to the electricity of a live performance atmosphere, especially for the big dog. Therefore, it's very likely that Roman Reigns will continue to be a locker room leader for years to continue, but of course, Roman Reigns is not ruling out leaving the WWE for Hollywood, much like the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, The Rock, did. And ladies and gentlemen, a former WWE writer was opening up on not getting along with John Cena. And it seemed like this writer was saying that John Cena was the only wrestler he couldn't get along with. We also, as we all know, as we all saw last night on Monday Night Raw, history was made as the first ever pregnant 24/7 champion in Maria. Can you believe that? Who is going to beat and pin her? Well, if I was Mike Kanellis, I would, when they're sleeping, when they're in bed, so I have to go over to her, put his arm around her, maybe, or maybe around her chest, maybe on her leg, something so there's a pinfall that can count. Get the 1, 2, 3, and then Mike Kanellis can be the new champion once again. Hulk Hogan. There's always been rumors. Is he returning to action? Is he going to have one more match? Well, Hulk Hogan explains why he will never, ever wrestle again, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody talks about that fake wrestling in the crazy world. They all say, but you do get hurt. You know that. The woe is me story is that I started having knee troubles many years ago. Right knee 4 times with a scope, left knee 4 times with a scope. Then I finally had them both replaced. Then I had both hips replaced. Then I went in for 1 back surgery, and it turned into having 9 back surgeries. I actually wrestled The Rock with a knee replacement and a hip replacement, and then when I had the other knee and hip done, and I kept going, I still was wrestling. As soon as they cut my back, it was game over. You knew I was hoping that if they cut on my back one time, that I'd have the fusion like Shawn Michaels, and I could keep going, but the doctors who wanted me to have the fusion said, try everything else first. So I went to a place called the Laser Spine. They cut on me 6 times, and they basically took me out of the game. So they cut so much bone away that things went awry after the first 6 surgeries. All that being said, I'm pretty darn cool, and I can't wrestle again, but I'm pretty cool other than that. Darn arthritis is kicking in. I'm going to be 66 years old. I still work out with weights. I use small weights. Hogan said that both his knee, his back. Hulk Hogan has been through traumatic times in the professional wrestling world. No matter what you want to say about Hulk Hogan, the guy is giving you every single thing he has had. Sure, it may not have been perfect, but he gave everything he had. Maria Kanellis rubs it in as first pregnant champion in WWE. Yes, Maria is telling everyone and anyone within an eyelash or within a hair or within an ear that she is your first champion. Stone Cold Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen, has said that Kevin Owens won't be the next Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold said that Kevin Owens is going to be who he is. Kevin Owens, not Stone Cold. Nobody will ever compare. You can take Austin's promo, you can take his stunner, you can take his theme, you can never react or replace Stone Cold Steve Austin. But at the same time, while Stone Cold said that Kevin Owens will never be the next Austin, just like people were saying Alicia Fox was going to be the next Stone Cold Steve Austin, or what was that, Becky Lynch? Hold on a second, guys. Alright. So, yeah, or Becky Lynch. Nobody's going to be the next anybody, okay? Roman Reigns ain't going to be the next Rock. Kevin Owens ain't going to be the next Austin. It's just not going to happen. I swear, this place is ghost. This place is haunted. There's something going on within the walls and the confines of my apartment. That's why I don't like to be here a whole hell of a lot. You don't see me recording videos from my home a lot because I hear these sounds, I hear these noises. I whether it's night, whether it's dark, whether it's day, whether it's hay, whether it's whatever. But this is SeanzView Entertainment, and I always will deliver. So what do you think about Vince McMahon rewriting the whole show for SmackDown tonight? What about the changes that SmackDown's going to have when it moves to Fox and the way it's going to be looking? The heat between the Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan says he will never wrestle again. And apparently there's heat on Goldberg in the WWE as well, and that is why Goldberg's name has been brought up many times, because reportedly the WWE is not too happy. They're not too satisfied with Bill Goldberg right now, so that's why the name of Goldberg keeps getting dropped on WWE television. Remember, here on this channel, I keep it prolific, consistent, and dedicated. Share my videos on Facebook and Twitter. Smash that bell, subscribe, and SeanzView Entertainment will always tell it as it is and as it was supposed to be and as it was meant to be, because SeanzView Entertainment will always come walking the line, and there's a fine line there. If you want my merchandise, you can click the link in the description or in the comment section of the video. My merchandise is widely available on Amazon or over there on that other website. I can't even remember. It's really too hot to think right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to kick it in right here. But we're always in full gear. We're always in full swing here on SeanzView Entertainment, because that's what I believe, and it's not about that bling bling. Vince McMahon rips the script and rewrites tonight's entire SmackDown live show. Vince McMahon has done just that. Unbelievable. Subscribe.